Hi guys, I just got my new helmet today and we're going to discuss the reasons that could lead you to replace your bicycle helmet. And who knows, maybe it's time to change yours too. I just got my new helmet and I'm really excited. This is the Bell 6R MIPS and I got it to replace my old Bell 2 MIPS I bought about 3 years ago. I could probably end this video at this point as I just told you the main point of this video, but let's break it down a little bit. So about 3.5 years ago I bought the Bell Super 2 MIPS, which was a great helmet at that time and almost saved me many times as I had some pretty crashes wearing it. Luckily, the past 3.5 years I've never had any fail to cause major damage on the helmet. However, if you want to see some of my fails that caught on camera, you can go to the relevant highlights section on my Instagram profile, and being there you can follow me for almost daily stories and more regular content feed. So to get back on track with this video, let's discuss a bit about the factors that could lead you to replace your helmet. First of all, helmets are designed to protect you during a crash, and to do so, they have to be in perfect condition, otherwise you're at high risk of injury. Thus, the most important thing that you have to be sure about your helmet is its structural integrity. This means that you should always look for worn straps or buckle or generally any part of the helmet that is mounted on the main shell. Also, the main shell of your helmet must not have any significant damage, which means that once you crash hard, you have to replace your helmet as its job to protect your head has been completed. Note that helmet manufacturers say that helmets should be replaced after a major crash in which the helmet withstood an impact even if the damage to the shell is not visible. However, being sure that the structural integrity of your helmet is perfect doesn't mean that the helmet can live forever, as most manufacturers suggest that helmets should be changed every 3 to 5 years at most, as their materials degrade over time and their ability to protect you may be questionable. So, to sum up regarding my case, my helmet may have had some really minor scratches, but its structural integrity was intact. However, it's been 3 years since I bought it, and so I wanted to be sure about my protection level, and so it was about time to replace it. But before I close this video, I think that I have to say a word or two about the MIPS helmet protection in case that you don't know about this protection system already. As you may have noticed, both my old and my new helmet are equipped with MIPS, which actually stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System, and it's an added layer of safety for your helmet that protects you from injuries due to the rotational forces during an impact. Actually, MIPS is realized by the addition of this thin polymer layer that floats between your head and the main shell of your helmet and is meant to redirect the rotational forces while consuming a bit of rotational kinetic energy during a crash. This reduction of rotational motion during a crash is proven to reduce the risk of brain injury. If you want to learn more about MIPS, you can check out the link to their website in the description below, and keep in mind that recently more systems have been developed to tackle the same problem, but I personally preferred the MIPS for my helmet as I had the same system in my old one. So having this extra layer of protection is why I chose to get a MIPS equipped helmet 3.5 years ago, and for the same reason I got a new helmet with MIPS, and probably my next helmet will also have a similar system to protect me from rotational forces during a crash. Actually, this is quite serious, and if you perform a quick market research, you will notice that more and more helmets have systems to protect you from rotational motion during a crash. And so, I strongly recommend you to consider it the next time you get a new helmet. To sum up, keep in mind that helmets are not forever and you have to replace them most commonly every 3 to 5 years or according to the recommendations of the manufacturer. However, in the unfortunate case that you experience a major crash, you may also have to consider the replacement of your helmet, taking into account its structural integrity. So, what helmet do you use, especially if you ride bike trials? Also, how many years do you use it? Is it a MIPS equipped helmet, or is it the first time that you hear about this protection system? Let's start a helmet related discussion in the comment section below. If you like this video and you find it helpful, I bet you know what to do to help others too, especially this friend of yours that rocks the same helmet as long as you remember him. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Until then, make sure that your bikes are well maintained and your helmets in top-notch condition.